So the first of a scheduled three-minute rounds in the 56-kilogram bantamweight division, and this quarterfinal is between boxers from Great Britain and Germany. The man in red, operating out of the orthodox stance, is Omar El Hag, 21 years of age, and his opponent, southpaw wearing blue, Great Britain's Qais Ashfaq, 22 years old. He comes to the ring as the reigning Commonwealth Games silver medalist, having claimed that prize in Glasgow last year. Ashfaq on the perimeter, good right hand to the body, good left hand in response from Ashfaq. Contrasting stances, contrasting styles as well, as Ashfaq operating on the perimeter. El Hag boxing out of ring center. There's a good left jab from Ashfaq. And a tidy tangle sends both boxers to the canvas. Ashfaq trying to keep his head out of trouble. He competed in World Series boxing for the British Lionhearts during the course of this season, season 5. Picked up a nasty cut during the course of that tournament. Somebody placed their head squarely on his. I suspect it's not playing on his mind, but it must have been a learning experience to keep his head out of harm's way whenever possible. Boxed very well during the course of the World Series boxing tournament, did Ashfaq. El Hag with a clean shot there from Ashfaq. That brings about a response, but Ashfaq using his legs effectively. But El Hag is also an experienced man from the 5-round format tournament. That is World Series boxing. A little bit untidy there as El Hag got his feet in a little bit of a tangle. Right jab from Ashfaq, and followed it up with a left cross, right hook as well. Plenty of patience being shown by both boxers. Right hook and then move to his right terrifically well. Check hook in effect from Ashfaq. Thinking right jab, just beginning to find his range now is Ashfaq. And a left hand straight down the pipe as the 10-second clapper sounded. Strong conclusion to the round from Qais Ashfaq, 56-kilogram bantamweight quarterfinal. Ashfaq has taken the opener for all 3 of the judges using the 10-point must system here at the Crystal Hall. Good boxing to conclude the round by Ashfaq. Really started to find his range. So we move into the second round. Omar El Hag, the World Youth Bronze medalist in the tournament that was held in Yerevan, Armenia in 2012. These are 2 talented boxers. El Hag still only 21, Ashfaq just slightly older at 22. Both of them have enjoyed plenty of success at the junior level, as Ashfaq beginning to get to work with the right jab to begin this second round. El Hag in pursuit. Both boxers listed at identical height. But it's Ashfaq who is making greater use of straight shots such as that one. Good left hand, and again. And the face of El Hag beginning to redden, because Ashfaq is pecking and poking away with some precise pot shotting. heads came together there as Ashfaq is mauled to the canvas. Glove wiped clean by the referee. The action resumes, approaching the midpoint of this second round. El Hag trying to work his way inside, offering plenty of head movement. Ashfaq, patient, skirting around the perimeter of the boxing ring. Hand over the top wasn't too far away from Ashfaq. And really, El Hag hasn't settled into any kind of groove yet. And perhaps that's why, because straight lefts keep poking out of that southpaw stance, keeping him at bay and disrupting his rhythm. And Ashfaq skitting around on twinkle toes. El Hag unable to pin him down. Left-right falls short from the man in red. Referee allowing the two boxers to work away, but their arms are rather entwined. Ashfaq again turning his head, trying to keep it out of trouble. Away from the onrushing El Hag, who's desperately trying to get his own offense to work. He hasn't. Who's controlling the distance wonderfully with his feet, and the terms of the contest with his fists. There's the 10-second clapper. El Hag hasn't landed any punches of note. That perhaps his best punch of the fight, and it was a glancing right hand. Well, El Hag raising his hand, indicating that he thinks he did enough to take that second round. He dropped the first across the board for the three scoring judges. The more eye-catching work, left hand such as that one out of his southpaw stance, came from the man in blue, and there was the rather worrying clash of heads. Good to see that neither boxer sustained an injury after that coming together. And Ashfaq, 2 rounds completed. The man from Great Britain is 2 rounds to the good, Omar El Hag. He's got a serious task in front of him now if he hopes to progress through to the final 4. So the bell tolls to begin the 3rd and final round. Qais Ashfaq competing in his 3rd contest here in Baku, having outpointed the man from Georgia unanimously in a round of 32. And then eliminating the tournament number 2 seed on a split decision. That was Selçuk Eka of Turkey in the round of 16. In contrast, Omar El Hag had a bye in the opening round before eliminating the man from Hungary unanimously in the round of 16. Perhaps signs of frustration becoming apparent in the work of Omar El Hag now. Firm talking to from the referee. You can see the work, his movements are quickened up, but still he can't get to land a clean glove. There was an exchange of shots that time. But El Hag needs more than that. He needs a dominant display because he's conceded the opening 2 rounds. Because the man in front of him, Qais Ashfaq, is gliding brilliantly around the boxing ring, and El Hag hasn't been able to pin him down successfully. Remember, a place on the medal podium at stake here in this quarter-final bout. The winner through to the semi-finals. With a winner will be boxing for bronze at least here in this 56-kilogram bantamweight division. So we're past the midpoint of the 3rd and final round. El Hag wasn't too far away with that attempted 1-2, but he just cannot close the distance and eats another solid ramrod right jab from Ashfaq. Got through with one of his own, did El Hag, but there's another straight left hand down the pipe from the man in blue. Same shot again, same result between the gloves of El Hag, who's quickening his feet, but he still cannot get to grips with this elusive man who is dancing and dodging in front of him while poking out effective punches as well. Left hand success once more from Ashfaq. Impressive poise being demonstrated by the man in blue. Taking his time, going about his work in methodical manner. And as he continues to shake and shimmy in front of the man in red, El Hag really is being reduced to chasing shadows. He got through with a left hook which glanced Ashfaq just a few moments ago. But he's going to have to produce a punch to put his man on the floor now, because we're approaching the 10-second clapper. Qais Ashfaq has emerged relatively unscathed from this contest. Perhaps the most damage he suffered was when the heads came together during the course of the bout. Well, El Hag raises his hand. Ashfaq does the same thing, but I suspect it's more in hope rather than expectation from El Hag, because he really wasn't able to get his offense working. But you have to credit Qais Ashfaq, who controlled the distance of this bout fantastically well. Movement was really effective, in and out, left and right, and all together it posed a puzzle. From my vantage point, Omar El Hag struggled to solve here. Let's get the official announcement at center ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner through to the semi-final by unanimous decision in blue corner.